Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to yet another episode of Quiet Storm Sports on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. And boy, do we have a good one for you today. I've got two very special guests in the house. I got Nitro from the WonderCon show, and I've also got Coach from Sip 2 Tally Film. Shout out to both of them. We're going to get into a lot of stuff, a jam-packed episode. We're talking about Todd Monken, new head coach of the Browns. Jim Schwartz is pissed about it. Who do we want as offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, our favorite coaching hire so far? This and so much more on this episode of Quiet Storm Sports. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you might be listening. My name is Sutton Def, and you are listening to Quiet Storm Sports on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. Before we get into anything else, please make sure to leave a like on this video. And if you are new here and you enjoy Ravens content, please subscribe to the channel or at least consider it, right? Another thing, we are doing our Lamar Jackson jersey giveaway, color of your choosing. All you have to do to sign up and have a chance to win that is become a member of the official Rain Gang family. And that membership link is down below next to the description, somewhere around there. You guys know how to find that. But anyway, here's the thing. We don't typically have a lot of guests on Quiet Storm Sports. As a matter of fact, I think the last guest who came on Quiet Storm Sports was Coach. It might have been Coach or either Samuel Njoku. One of the two. It was right before the season. But Coach is back. Coach is a familiar face on this channel. Coach, how you doing, man? Let's clap it up for Coach. Throw W's in the chat for Coach, man. Appreciate y'all. Coach, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Chilling, enjoying a little R&R before, got to hit it again tomorrow. I kind of took the day off myself to just, to avoid burnout, and I'm going to be back at it tomorrow.
Yeah, sometimes that's important. Like, we don't talk about that as like Ravens content creators. Like, all three of us know just how easy it is to probably get burnt out doing this stuff after a little while. So, I mean, shout out to you, Coach. I mean, you always putting in that hard work, and we see it, man. The fruits of your labor, shining bright. And we got our guy Nitro from the WonderCon show as well. Clap it up for him. First time on the show. Nitro, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How's everybody doing?
Doing good, man. Glad to have you on. Nitro, this is your first time here on the Purple Rain Podcast YouTube channel. Been meaning to ask you for a long time, but just last week I was just thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? I want to do a guest episode, and I'm gonna get Nitro. And you know what? I've been seeing Nitro and Coach, stream together, and I was like, let me get in on that. Let me bring these guys onto my pod and see how this dynamic works with the three of us. I think it should be a lot of fun tonight. Nitro, I appreciate you for coming on. Sip to Tally, you as well.
Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we get into anything else, we got to bring up who's here in the live chat. We got 86 Ghosts in here. What's going on, 86 Ghosts? A member here. DeWiz, another member here in the house. We got Don Royal in the chat. What's going on, Don Royal? Ashley Royalty, another member here, says, good evening all. What's going on, Ashley? King Blaze is in the chat. I see you. Shelly Shell, another member here, says, Sutton, Nitro, and Coach. Shout out to you, Shelly Shell. Thank you so much for coming through on this evening. Mr. Black Ice says, what's good, fellas? What's good, Black Ice? Appreciate you for coming through, man. I see ISO in the chat. What's going on, ISO? My guy, Zico Kage is in the chat as well. Zico Kage was actually in my morning stream this morning, or my midday stream. Sutton Reaction. Shout out to everybody who came out and watched that. We have a lot of fun over there. Let me see who else is in here before we move on. Black Daniels in the house says, I gotta add that to my soundboard, man. I gotta add it. I mean, I know my guy Nitro has it on his soundboard, and I crack up too every single time. You got it, Coach? Oh, see, I'm missing out. I'm behind the curve. Shout out to all of y'all for coming through. Make sure you continue to sound off in the chat. Lisa Ann is in the chat as well. What's going on, Lisa? Appreciate you for pulling up, popping out. It's a little bit of an insider, my guy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll explain after the show. Shout out to Lisa, though. Shout out to Lisa. Lisa Ann. I knew that was gonna get somebody.
This is exactly what happens on Mondays.
Oh my gosh, man. I'm loving it already. Xavier in the chat. What's going on, man? Joshua in the chat. What up? All right. Dark Bird says, call. What's going on, Dark Bird? All right. King Lee is here too. What's going on, King Lee? I don't want to miss anybody. Make sure y'all like this video. Let's get that out of the way. Subscribe to the channel. You guys already know the drill. Make sure you guys go subscribe to both of these gentlemen's channels. Their @ name is actually in the title of this video. All you got to do is click on that or just copy paste it. They're right there. Both of these guys got well over 10,000 subscribers. They're doing a hell of a job on their respective channels. So shout out to them. And again, thank y'all for coming on to the show. But we got some stuff to get into, fellas, right?
Yeah, we do.
And, the most breaking news today, the most shocking news today, I was taken aback by this. And Nitro, I'm going to start with you on this one, then Coach will go to you. TODD MONKEN, now former Ravens offensive coordinator, was hired today in a blindsiding move, in my eyes, hired today as the Cleveland Browns head coach. And we're not talking about a Harbaugh type move where he goes, somewhere to the NFC or maybe somewhere in the AFC, but just in another division. No, he's right there in the division, staring down, playing his old team, the Ravens, twice a season. Nitro, when you heard this news this morning, how did it strike you? Like, what was your knee-jerk reaction to it? And as you've kind of gotten to simmer over it for the past few hours, what is your full take on TODD MONKEN, new Browns head coach?
I grinned like this. Like, I'm dead serious with you. I grinned. Listen, man, my idea of it was like this. I think TODD MONKEN is a very, very good offensive coordinator. I think that he gets a lot of flack for certain things, but at the same time, under his reign, we got a 2-time MVP season out of our quarterback. Yeah. That has to be said. But you know why I grinned? You know why it perked up my mood? It's because he brought Warhop with him. So I already know it's going to be garbage. That's why. That's first and foremost. I wasn't fitting to have him going over because let's be real. He knows the ins and outs of Lamar. He knows what he likes. He knows what he doesn't like. Derrick Henry, he knows what he likes. He knows what he doesn't like. When you have an offensive coordinator that is that vocal, because everybody said he was a talker and everything else, somebody that was going to test you a little bit, talk to you a certain way, hold you, be in your face on certain things. They're watching all of your tape. Mm-hmm. That means not only do they know what you don't like, they know what you're lacking in. They know where you don't want to go with certain things. They know, even though he can make that throw, he doesn't like to make that throw. Mm-hmm. That's you know what I'm saying? Even though he'll run that way, he doesn't like to run right there. You know what I mean? This is where he looks to when he gets. So that would have helped out an already amazing Browns defense. So that worried me. But once they got Warhop, I was like, oh, Shedeur about to get killed. You know, okay. Even though I love Shedeur, you know what Warhop is. He's a war criminal. I'm
no, facts.
The man was out there trying to get all of our players behind that line massacred. He saw Falele. He said he was doing great. He said he was doing magical. He compared him to Disney World. If I'm wrong, Coach, am I lying?
Hey,
the most magical place in the world, wherever Falele was. That's what he said.
All I know is Warhop is an excellent teacher of hugs.
Yeah. Come and give me some sugar. Type of blocking. That's what
sugar, spice, and everything nice. It's nasty work. It really is nasty work. So that's what I'm saying. So listen, I love it. I'm happy for Monken. You know what I'm saying? At first I was a little worried, but once he got Warhop, I'm like, there's not much to worry about. It kind of evens out everything and let the best man win on Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. Coach, what are you thinking about it?
I was happy for Todd. He's been in the game long enough. He's put dues in, and this is probably going to be his one and only shot with him turning 60 here soon. So hopefully he make the most out of it. Outside of beating us, even though he will have a little insight on what makes those guys tick. But knowing what they want to do and stopping is two different things. I do think his first hire was his first mistake though. And hopefully the rest of his hires are better than this first one. But this hire right here will hinder him and what he wants to do in Cleveland. Because you already saw how beat up Lamar was, and Lamar's mobile.
Yeah.
Shedeur is nowhere close to as mobile as Lamar or Snoop. Shedeur may be a little bit more mobile than what's our other quarterback?
The redhead.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush.
He might be a little bit more mobile than Cooper Rush. And that ain't good. And the fact that he got to replace 4 O linemen right off the bat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this might be one of them jobs where Todd kind of just took it to see if he can do it, because it's a long road ahead of him, and I don't know if the NFL gonna give him enough time to fix that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I totally agree with that, coach. And as I'm sitting here thinking about it, like Shador Sanders is not athletic at all, really. You know what I mean? Like he understands the game, and and he has pretty nice touch on a lot of his throws. But when it comes to being mobile, I mean, this guy is honestly, and I don't think this is crazy to say, he's less mobile than Brock Purdy. Which is
Yes,
like
he is.
saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like I just don't know if Todd Monken is going to be able to go from having a Lamar Jackson and then having all of those weapons at his disposal with Lamar Jackson's legs, or at least threatening Lamar Jackson's legs. I don't see how that really works and translates with Shador Sanders. But, Coach, let me toss it right back to you with
Okay.
this question. Nitro brought up that Todd Monken brought George Warhop along, which tells me that Todd Monken thinks the deficiencies on the offensive line had nothing to do with the coaching, and it had more to do with just the players. Is that crazy to say, Coach? What do you think about that?
It is not. It is not crazy to say. It is, again, we can feel like they were made to play that guy. Because, like I've said numerous times, you cannot look in the film room and see this over and over and
Facts.
over and think it's good. You cannot. I don't care. I mean, I know Warhop and Monken, they had to be in their mind like, what can we do? Had to be handcuffed. And then we blame Todd, and I blame Warhop because more people was hugging. So I felt like he was part of the problem. But at this point, now I think it was all those rumors and that speculation and the conspiracy theory that people were saying about John and Falele stuff starting to line up for real.
Yeah. It really is. It really is. And I mean, for me, again, I think that, and we'll talk about our new offensive line coach in a minute here, but I think that you don't see 72 and 77 on the field starting for the Ravens next season. I think that it's clear and obvious that we're going to go in a totally different direction. I'm really looking at a guy like Emory Jones to take that next step up. Again, we'll get into the offensive line coach as we get more into that. But another thing, in Nitro, we'll start with you on this one. Upon the Cleveland Browns hiring Todd Monken, that meant that their defensive coordinator, Jim Schwartz, was no longer in the running for that head coaching position, which he was trying. He was trying to get that head coaching spot. So for them to bring in a Todd Monken and kind of leapfrog him in that regard, that pissed him off. And that was all the reports that were coming out this morning. Jim Schwartz walked out of the facility. Jim Schwartz was like, you know what, F this, F y'all, I'm not coming back. You feel me? Like, I don't feel like I deserve to be skipped over like that. Do you think that, and Nitro, I was just thinking this earlier to myself. Let me know if you share the same, assessment. Do you think that Jim Schwartz could pull the ultimate petty move and come over here to Baltimore and DC us? I think it could be possible. We talked about Jim Schwartz as being a possible, head coaching candidate, but it's looking like right now he's probably not going to land a head coaching job anywhere else. Mm-hmm. So if he wants to keep coaching, why not come be the DC for the Ravens and give us the leg up over the Browns? What do you think about that?
He can't do anything. They own his rights.
Do you think they'll hold him hostage, though?
It's the Browns.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
No logical explanation.
Yeah.
Nothing long and thought out.
Right. I tried to get to the logical part. I tried to get to the bottom of it, but that's the bottom of it right there. I mean, that's the bottom of the bag.
It becomes logical because that's what they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Browns don't have a lot to lean on. Schwartz and that defense is one of the few things that you could look to on Sundays and be stand there and be proud of being a Browns fan. Now you got him, and the players love him. So now you got a new coach coming in. Half the players are going to look at him sideways like this because their best player, Myles Garrett, who you already know he likes Schwartz, is not going to feel like what are y'all doing? You got coming from? At least make him and then bring him on as an offensive coordinator. So, but I think Schwartz is going to apologize. I think he is going to go back in that building and get his money. And then forever, as long as that contract is, when it's up, he's gone. But this is the NFL. These are billionaires we're talking about. He should already know that if you try to screw one over, usually they all hold it against you, i.e. Brian Flores. So it's just that that's the good old boy, you know what I'm saying, club. You even hear Bashotti talk about it. Oh, I got so many friends, the friends, the owners that we talk all the time. So that you get what
I need a new Bashadi voice. That sounds too much like somebody else.
Oh, you're right though. I low key thought that was Trump. I'm not gonna lie to you. It sounded like Trump.
Listen, wasn't his best friend Harbor up there with him? That's his voice.
That's a fact.
That's
That's a
his
fact.
voice. That's his voice.
Mm.
But so I kind of look at it more like I think Schwartz will be back, and that could be dangerous. If Schwartz and Monken come to an understanding, magic really could happen for Cleveland. I think that Shedeur can be a top 10 quarterback in this league. I truly believe that. If Warhop was one of the problems, the only thing that's going to be able to slow them down is going to be the offensive line, which we all know could be a big problem for a non-mobile quarterback. Be that as it may, I think the Browns are going to go get weapons so that Shedeur can get the ball out of his hands. He can take big shots down the field to mitigate that problem. Real talk.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I mean, it is just kind of like a weird situation. I was blindsided. I was blindsided when I first heard about this news. I think that honestly, with the way that, and you mentioned this, Nitro, with the way that TODD MONKEN is, I don't really see him and Jim Shorts coming to an understanding. We're talking about two old white guys set in their ways, right? Both want to be head coaches. TODD MONKEN's the type of dude to tell you straight up, look, I don't care about your feelings. Deal with it. I'm the head coach now. It's either you're here with us or you're not. And Jim Shorts could be like, kick rocks,
Right.
and try to force his way out of Cleveland. So, I mean, we'll see what ends up happening there. Maybe they do work it out, and Jim Shorts just kind of has some hidden animosity. And late in games, he's dialing up some cover zero blitzes where he shouldn't be doing it and getting burned over the top. Maybe we'll see that happen. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Because another thing too, if Schwartz plays his cards right, it could lead him into a head coaching position by next year, the year after. So you know what I mean? Like if he goes, look, I was hurt. He addresses everything. I was mad about it, but I'm here. I signed this up. You know what I mean? I want to do my job, and I love these guys. If the Browns win 11, 12 games next year, Schwartz is gone.
That's a fact. That's true.
So
That's true.
Real on the Schwartz thing, real quick, and I'm gonna tell you this is a true story I'm about to tell y'all. And look at how it aligns with Schwartz. I'm not the type of one that gets my hopes up for anything. So if I got something coming to me, it's gonna be tough for me to believe that something prosperous is coming for me until I get it. So job opening at my school, I knew. I knew who all the candidates was. Kind of checked it to them a little bit. Hey, this is my job. It's gonna be my one shot. I got it. Come around and get closer to the announcement time, and folks start acting funny. And then so it come out that I don't get it. Then they want me to be the offensive coordinator again still. I'm like, Schwartz, no. If I wasn't good enough to sit in this seat, I ain't gonna be good enough to prop up the next man. So y'all do what y'all doing. Now y'all done had a revolving door since then.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I feel him 100%.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong on that at all. I'm just saying, like, it's a $1 million business, right? And Schwartz wants to be in the NFL. If you screw over one of them billionaires, they all can hold you accountable for messing with that group. That's one thing that we've known that they've always been cognizant of, how you are treating the other billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
If you talk bad or do something to one of them other billionaires, usually the other ones go lock in step and screw you over also.
Protect the brand.
Yep, protect the brand. So that's what I'm saying. Schwartz could just, because it's millions of dollars we're talking about, Coach. If you, I have a question for you, if you don't mind, PRP.
Yeah, go ahead.
If they would have told you, Coach, we need you to be offensive coordinator, right? But you're going to make $100K. Would you have been the offensive coordinator then? Or would you have been like, nah, keep that $100K?
Am I used to getting $100K all the time? Or that's like
I knew that was coming.
That's your answer right in the question. Am I used to getting that? Or, you get where I'm coming from? I mean,
if I'm making my salary and you ask for me $100K, hey, let's get these plays together. But if I'm used to making $100K like all the time, kick rocks, man.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody watching live right now. This is Quiet Storm Sports. I am your host, Sutton Def, joined by two wonderful gentlemen. We're already going crazy. We have almost 300 people watching live, and you guys are doing great so far. This has been super entertaining, even just for me, kind of listening to you guys go back and forth. So shout out to you, Nitro. Shout out to you, Sip Tutali. This has been fun so far, but let's keep it rolling, though. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe if you're new. Let's keep it rolling. I want to ask you guys this question next, and I kind of prefaced it before we went on air. Who is your favorite Ravens coaching hire so far? So obviously, to this point, we only really have three options. We've got Jesse Minter, of course, head coach. We've got Mike Mickens, new DBs coach. And we've also got Dwayne Ledford, the new offensive line coach / run game coordinator. Now, Coach, I'm going to pass this one to you first, and then Nitro will wrap it up with you. Coach, who is your favorite Ravens coaching hire thus far?
It would have to be Ledford for me. First off, Dwayne. Which,
Ask that coach.
Dwayne.
White dude's named Dwayne.
It's not us. It's Dwayne.
First white guy ever.
It's first time ever I've seen that. But what he's done with Atlanta's O-line, and I noticed them because I'm a fan of Penix, so I've been kind of watching him down in Atlanta, and that's how I started to pay attention to what Atlanta's O-line did. So when they picked him up, before I even looked at any like metrics from PFF or anything, I knew that we had got a good dude, because I would do evaluation stuff for Bijan, and I look at the O-line and their steps, they move in one. They work to the second level real good, and they do everything in sync to make it easier for Bijan to do what he do. So I just knew, I envisioned Derrick Henry and Keaton and all them guys running behind the O-line that move 5 as one, and then see what they can do after that, because a lot of times Bijan don't even get touched till he 8, 9, 10 yards down the field. And you let that happen to Derrick Henry, and there's going to be some new still form highlights added.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Can't wait to get back to that. Nitro, what about you? Favorite coaching hire so far?
You know I'm going with what Coach said. Protect my QB. Please. Like, yo, listen, Coach, you know we talked about this, man. Listen, I want you to protect my big investment.
Yep.
I know you got Derrick Henry. I know you got Keaton Mitchell. But your big money ticket is Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
And if you get an offensive line that can properly protect that man, with the way out mind you, next year we get it, he'll be healthy. That means you're getting a fully mobile Lamar Jackson next to a fully revitalized Derrick Henry. Good luck. Like, what are you going to do? Like, if you're like, when you start running those wide zone reads and everything else, and Derrick Henry goes this way, you can't, that extra guy on the back end can't follow for that cut back. So if Derrick Henry puts his foot in the ground and dead legs like he used to see Arian Foster used to do, right, and goes to the other way, that other guy cannot be there. There's no way. Why? Because he has to watch Lamar. So now Derrick Henry might just be running. Like, you ever watch Forrest Gump? When he kept running, and they're like, where's he running to? He's like, he's running home. That's probably going to be Derrick Henry every single time he gets the ball. He's going to be like,
cheek to cheek.
Cheek to cheek. It's gonna be that, bro. Listen, you see the way I'm smiling? You see all these teeth? There's a reason why I'm smiling. That's the best hire we've done so far. And I know other people like other coaches and stuff like that, but protecting my QB and opening up holes, pause for my running back. Let's get it.
Oh yeah, I love that. Real quick, is it just me, or does Dwayne Ledford look like he can throw a mean barbecue?
What?
A mean barbecue. He looked like he could throw down on that grill. I don't know why. It's just the look, the name. It's just like, it all makes sense. He could probably some brisket, them ribs. Right. Oh my goodness. And he probably seasoned them real good too, I bet you.
With the whole time he got a bourbon and a cigar, just talking ball.
Facts.
Because of his name, that's why. He's like, your name what?
So
Wayne.
So would that make us namist?
That man out there two-stepping on the grill.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yo.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
No,
my
but
God.
in all seriousness though, the two-stepping is crazy, Nitro. Two-stepping is crazy. But no, and in all serious though, you mentioned coach, the wide zone scheme runs. We saw a lot this year of Derrick Henry not trusting the lanes in some of those zone runs. And like you mentioned, man, I mean, if he can get, what happens when Derrick Henry gets to that second level. If Dwayne Ledford can foster an offensive line that allows Derrick Henry to consistently get to that second level and he's not getting hit in the backfield, 2 out of every 3 runs, then, hey, man, the sky could be the limit. Like you mentioned, a whole lot of stiff arms, a whole lot of Derrick Henry just having fun again. You know what I mean? Derrick Henry had a lot of fun the season before
2,000
last.
yards again.
2,000? That's a little steep, no?
No.
I would think more 18, 17, 18.
But think about this, son. 19 last year behind a crappy offensive line. 16 this year behind a crappier offensive line.
That's a fact.
Imagine if you get a good one in front of him.
Whoa. Son, hold on. Coach, you said 2,000?
Yeah.
As you said? Sorry, sir. We got to go up. He'll break the rushing record. I'm not asking you. Because he'll break the rushing record. With 300 touches behind a good offensive line, you got to keep this in mind. Next to Lamar Jackson. This isn't a run game where I hand it off and then all they're worried about is getting down that running back. It's here goes the ball. Ooh, did Lamar keep it? Ooh, is he going to run this way with it? Ooh, watch out for Derrick Henry cutting back. Ooh, he might go right. Ooh, watch out for that right hand to the jaw. There's too much things to worry about just from the run game. And then he could pull it and throw. So yeah, but he'll break the rushing record. I mark my words right now. I'm on record. If they're blocking how we think they can block, that's right, coach. Write it down with a red marker. He breaks the rushing record.
A Sharpie.
Yeah, put it down. Put it down. Straight up. I'm 100%.
Love it.
Promise. On purple, I said it.
Ashley says, Nitro said, I'm not asking, I'm telling. I love that. I mean, 2,000 plus yards. I mean, it depends on the philosophy of the offensive coordinator, which we're getting ready to talk about here in a second. But, I look at guys like Keaton Mitchell. I look at guys like Zay Flowers. I look at guys like Mark Andrews, who's going to be with the team inevitably for the next couple of seasons, right? If they don't offload him. But I just think that there's a lot more. There's too many mouths to feed on the Ravens offense to really justify Derrick Henry getting 2,000 plus yards. I mean, that's tough for me. I could see a cool 1,800. I really could. But Derrick Henry's only getting older. I do think he's going to have a phenomenal season next year behind Dwayne Ledford's offensive line. I just think that, again, there's just a little bit too many mouths to feed. He would have to get off to a crazy hot start, bro. And I could see it happening. I would love to see the schedule for next season whenever that drops. But, man, I hope you're right and I'm wrong. I hope Derrick Henry has a crazy historic rushing season because that would probably mean that we're going to the playoffs and probably going to kick ass in those playoffs because if you can't stop our run, I mean, it's lights out. You can't stop the Ravens, period.
You know what I think will stop him from getting a record like that? Us blowing people out.
Oh.
And them not playing
that
the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Coach, very good point.
Yeah.
I factored that into what I was saying. That's the only caveat I'd fully 100% agree with.
It's in red.
But yeah, it's in red. But one of the biggest reasons why
Coach said nope.
Hey, listen, one of the biggest reasons why I believe he will is because of your guy, Sutton, Minter. One thing with defensive coaches, what do they like from their offense?
Run the ball.
Run the ball. Give my defensive time or some reprieve. Let them sit on that bench for a little bit.
Yep.
And if you got a defensive-minded coach saying, hey, what you doing over here, 6'3"? Get on over there on that field. Then you know he's going to get the ball even more. They're not going to pull him. They're going to say, hey, eat them yards up. Bet worst-case scenario, you know what I'm saying? We want to eat up clock. You score a touchdown and we get back on the field. But that's what he's going to do as a defensive-minded coach. That's another reason why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I mean, I love that. And you make a fabulous point there, Nitro. I mean, Jesse Minter, he is going to want to make sure his defense is ready and rested, right? And how do you do that? You got to burn that clock. You got to stay on the field offensively. You can't afford incompletions on first and second down, right? Because you're trying to force the pass. So I totally agree with that. But then I also agree with what Coach is saying. If we start blowing teams out, then, I mean, he could probably get taken out of the game late third quarter, early fourth quarter. sometimes, Lamar Jackson too, which would definitely hurt that projection. But either way, we all think we're all in agreement here that Derrick Henry is going to turn up again next season, and I can't wait to see it. So let's go ahead, move on here, moving right along on this episode of Quiet Storm Sports. Again, guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Make sure you go to both of these gentlemen's channels and subscribe if you have not already. These guys do wonderful work, great work, consistent work on their channel, so make sure you check them out too. Sippers, I see that cup. Okay, I like that. I'm waiting on my black mug.
Sip responsibly.
Okay. I'm not sipping yet. I just got some water right here. I got some water right here. You know what I'm saying?
Sip responsibly.
But after the show, I'm gonna sip responsibly. All right, fellas. And Mike says in the chat, I need that sippers mug. It's going on sale soon, right, Coach?
Oh, they on sale on Teespring.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, head over to Sip 2 Tally. Get some of that merch. Okay. So we talked about our favorite Ravens hires so far. I think it's Jesse Minter. I didn't really give mine, but I think it's Jesse Minter for me. I just think that he's going to recalibrate the culture here with the Ravens, and that's really what we've needed. We're not going to be dealing with any of the scar tissue from the last 8 years under Harbaugh. It's going to be a fresh, clean slate, and that's going to be fostered by his culture of accountability and everything. We have another Super Chat donation. Well, actually, I think this is the first Super Chat donation. Asmodeus dropping the 2-piece in the chat. Says, for your tequila needs. Appreciate that, Asmodeus. I might sip a little responsibly after the show. Like I said. So I appreciate that, Asmodeus. As always, making it rain here on Quiet Storm Sports. 373 people watching live. Here we go with the third topic. So, the Ravens are still without an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator. And as we know, names have been flying off the board like hotcakes on shelves. I mean, it's dwindling down to it, and the options are getting few. So, Coach, let's go to you first, and then Nitro. Who are your preferences for OC and DC as it stands today, January 28th? Who do you think?
For OC, this guy reportedly is going back to his original job, but for me, it has been Shieldhouse for a minute, but I don't see that happening. There are other two candidates out there that I Declan, whatever his name is, then the Montgomery guy. I don't really know if I want one of them. They may be good coming from different situations, but they didn't call plays in either one of those situations. The head coach did. So Shieldhouse is still my front runner. Maybe some name pops up in the next couple of days, but I want them some kind of way attached to Wide Zone and Shanahan some kind of way. The DC, I don't think it matters that much. You can take a young guy, developing guy, because Mentor's going to hopefully Mentor will call the plays, and that way he can develop that guy into what he needs to be. And that guy can be like a glorified position coach.
I definitely agree there. We do have a Super Chat donation. This one's coming from Mad Rasta. And Coach, I want you to take this one. Ravens need to get Reuben Bain Jr. from the crib. Also, Ravens need a wide receiver, not under 6 feet. Get rid of Bateman. We're going to get to Bateman a little bit later in the show, so make sure you stick around. That should be a classic segment, to say the least. But, Coach, take this one away. What do you think about Reuben Bain? I know he plays for your college team. What are you thinking?
We would have to give up a lot to get Bain. If the NFL don't get arm length silly, this kid should not get out of the top 5. He whoops everybody in various ways. Strength, power, agility, speed, and he do versatile run and versatile pass. So we can't get him unless we're gonna give up some more stuff to get him, because he should not get out of the top 5 unless a bunch of doofuses start talking about arm length.
Let's hope there are a lot of doofuses then. Let's pray.
Right, because at 14, it don't look like you said he's gonna go top 10. Coach, do you think maybe top 5 potentially?
No, I thought I said top 5, but I meant top 5. If I did. Yeah,
okay.
I meant top 5.
Okay. Got you. Okay, I mean that's interesting. I mean, what do you think about Reuben Bain? Nitro, you got anything about him or no?
Didn't I just tell you I'm gonna pray?
You gonna pray?
Help us as we.
Don't hit him with the Mike. What's the dude name? Tonsil gas mask on draft day.
Nah, listen. Listen. As long as it's trenches, I'm good.
Got you. Yeah, me too. Basically, me too. It's got to be trenches. I don't care if it's O line, D line, but you got to get that figured out.
Yes.
But OC and DC, your picks, Nitro.
I like Shalisi and
Shalisi.
listen, man. I'm
He
tired
said
of
he
this.
wasn't going to change it yesterday. He
I'm
said
not, I'm not changing. That's the way you say. Look like a shield house. Shalisi. That's what that man's name is.
in this house, Shalisi.
SCHEELHAASE.
Sound like you're saying like Khaleesi is crazy.
Right.
That's what it's.
You're making that name. You're making that man name sound so feminine.
I've never heard of a name said house HAASE. That has never been house. I've never seen that name.
Shalisi Jenkins. Shalisi Jenkins.
Oh my gosh.
Shalisi. But no, that's why. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. This is kind of hard because all of the people that I really, really wanted are all gone. You know, I was one of the reasons why I wanted an offensive coordinator to be our head coach is because I truly believe that if somebody came from the Shanahan tree and with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, we were going to put up, we would have the greatest show on turf 5.0. So I knew that they would try to get taken, but you couldn't because of the head coach. So I don't know, what's going to be. Shalisi will probably be the next. There's another guy, I forgot his name. I think he's the Rams QB coach. I think that's who it is. Rajon or Raygon or
I
Ragon.
hadn't heard that one.
Yeah, me neither.
I hadn't heard that one.
Ragon? I think his name's Ragon. I think it's the Rams QB coach under McVay. Somebody under that tree I wouldn't mind also. And I believe he was available. You didn't really hear because remember they were still playing.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people weren't bringing it, just like with Kubiak, nobody was bringing up his name because they've been playing. Yep. So, but he was another one I said also that could be simply because he's under McVay. And I think everyone McVay and them have dealt with, they share the similarities in the construction or how they run in offense. So that's another reason why I was thinking him.
Interesting there. For me, I think that honestly, at this point, Cliff Kingsbury is really the only viable option at OC that's left. And I'll only say that because Lamar Jackson and company have come out and stated that they would prefer him as OC. And if Lamar likes it, I love it personally.
Lamar
So
said that?
yeah, that's been all the reports. That's been the reports. I mean, it's per The Athletic. I think it was per Diana Rossini. This came out last week. They said that Ravens, Lamar Jackson, and a couple of other players on the offense would prefer, and they're excited about the idea of Cliff Kingsbury being the offensive coordinator for the Ravens. So I think that with that being said, and again, it also came out from The Athletic as well, that Minter does not have Cliff Kingsbury very high on his list for offensive coordinator candidates. So it kind of tells you that with how long it's been. I mean, it's been almost a week since Minter's been hired, and he still hasn't hired an OC or a DC. That means he has his reservations about certain guys. And the other thing is, like Coach mentioned, there's a couple of these guys who are going to be in line pretty soon to get offensive coordinator jobs of their own, where they already are. Like Nate Shieldhouse, I believe Mike LaFleur is flirting with the Cardinals head coaching position. If he goes and leaves there, Nate Shieldhouse is just going to move right up to OC with the Rams, right underneath McVay. Same thing with Davis Webb as well. Davis Webb, the Broncos just fired their offensive coordinator. I could totally see him moving up into that position, slide right on up.
Yep.
So like it really doesn't make a lot of sense for some of these guys to come to the Ravens. Same thing with a Declan Doyle, right? Declan Doyle.
I heard that name.
Yeah, offensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears. He's only been OC for 1 year. Doesn't make any sense for him. I mean, this guy is 30 years old, right? Just turned 30, right? He's like my age, which is crazy to think about. And he, I think, would benefit from just learning underneath Ben Johnson for a few more years. Like, why not, right? What's the rush? The head coaching jobs are going to be there. Yeah. So the Ravens don't necessarily have the pick of the litter when it comes to OC. So I do think that they'll probably end up having to settle for Cliff Kingsbury. Bring him in for one more interview. Okay, what you got, Cliff? If you can at least you don't have to wow us, but just make us feel comfortable, and we'll bring you on in and see what you got, right? You've worked with some talented players in the past, Jaden Daniels, Kyler Murray, however you feel about him, Patrick Mahomes, of course. I think it's a very, very high possibility that Cliff Kingsbury would be the OC. Now, when it comes to the DC, really quick, I mean, for me, like Coach said, it doesn't really matter as much because our defensive coordinator is already in the building.
Yeah.
Jesse Minter is going to be calling the plays. He's a defensive mind. So if you get a developmental guy who I've never heard of, right, I'm cool with it. Like, I have no problems with that. But Nitro, what you got for me?
Listen, man, I'm not trusting them from no Diana Rossini, man. I'm not. I just can't. They've been they've been lying. They've been caught. How many times have they said that this person said this or that person said that about Harbaugh, about Lamar, and this all came out to be lies? Coach, am I lying about this?
Are you Rossini?
Rossini. Whatever her name is.
Nah, you're not lying.
They've been lying.
A lot of their stuff has been proven to not be 100%, if not at all, true.
Not believing it. Until Lamar Jackson come out and be like, I like Cliff Kingsbury, I don't believe it. Because they've said that he didn't like Harbaugh. They said that
people was in the office crying.
Yeah, people was in the office.
How people in the office crying and hugging you and you got fired in the car?
They said Zay was crying outside in the rain.
That's true. That's true. And see, I'm trying to find it if it actually was Diana Rossini, because I could be wrong about that. It could have been somebody else. But let me just make sure. Oh, actually, no, you're right. It was Diana Rossini, the Athletics Diana Rossini. Okay. So we'll take it with a grain of salt. We'll definitely take it with a grain of salt. However, I still think the options are very few. You know, I
they are few,
yeah, they're very limited. Right, they're very limited, and Cliff is still a viable candidate. The thing that I have my reservations about Cliff Kingsbury is that, like, it seems like his offenses can, like, tap out. You know, they flame out a little bit. You know, it's kind of like reached his potential. My only worry is that maybe the league has figured out his scheme, right? The whole air raid offense thing that he likes to run, all that good stuff. You know, it seems like it works really well for like a year or maybe like half a year, and then it just kind of falls off. It kind of tapers off. So we'll see. I mean, if they bring in a developmental guy, I mean, either way, you're taking a big risk. And I'm sure whatever move they make will be faced with some scrutiny from probably the likes of all of us and everybody watching as well, just because of whatever reason. But man, I do think this, though, and the reason why Jesse Minter was my favorite coaching hire thus far, I think that he doesn't only help with the defense. You know, I mean, he is stepping into his first head coaching role, and I think that it's going to be about a culture of we instead of just like, okay, me and my defense, we doing our thing over here, and then offense, whatever y'all got going on, I don't really care about it. I'll step in on a meeting, but I'll see what y'all got on Sunday, right? I think he's going to actually have everybody kind of playing together and have that defense complementing that offense and vice versa. Here is the introductory clip of Jesse Minter walking into the castle earlier today.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here, for the warm welcome. My family and I, we could not be more excited about this opportunity, but we really look forward to making it all of us, and making this, it's already the greatest organization in the National Football League, and we just want to take it even a step higher. And so we are so lucky, blessed, thankful to everybody for us being here, and can't wait to get to work. Thank you.
Yeah, so, I mean, already, you say, go ahead, Coach.
I say that boy looks so young.
He does. You know, he looks sharp. Though. I mean, yeah.
I think 42.
Go ahead.
I think 42.
42, yeah, 42.
Oh, he passed middle age. He up there, though.
What?
He passed middle age.
What?
Why you sound like that? What? He passed middle age.
I ain't no killer, but don't push me.
Hold up. Middle age is 35.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. You said past middle. If middle age is 35, you said past middle age.
Yeah, it's past middle age.
So where does middle age start?
35.
But where does it end?
Past
Middle age is 1 year.
no.
It's just the halfway point. It's just the halfway point. Is what he's saying.
Because the average American lifespan is 70 years old. So
especially for men.
Yes, because
Ricky Bobby, don't put that on me.
Coach, Coach, you just got gray hair. You young. You good, man.
No, I'm just not at middle age. Middle age.
Oh my gosh.
I got 48 more to go.
Mike said, boy. Right, yeah. I guess I'm getting there, huh? I mean, I guess they say middle age is like, you got to be, for example, to become president, you got to be at least 35 years old. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's kind of like the, measurement for what middle age would be, but I don't know. Interesting topic nonetheless. But that's funny though. That's funny. All right, fellas, let's move on here. We're getting through this thing. Let's get into some messy stuff, right? So just a couple days ago, you had former first-round pick, Ravens wide receiver, Rashod Bateman, get quote-unquote hacked his Instagram, where there were, appreciate the sub, whoever that was, Omega, appreciate that sub. Bateman was basically saying, or no, the hacker was basically saying that like, oh, y'all who talk shit about me don't know what y'all talking about. Look at this practice tape. I'm cooking the best Ravens cornerbacks, right? You know what I mean? All this stuff that basically is, you know what I mean? And then Bateman afterwards comes out and says, I was hacked by somebody close to me. Lame shit. But he did also say, I agree with some stuff. So he really siding with the hacker. Is nuts to me. I don't think he was hacked at all. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt on Monday's episode when I was talking to Alex about it. But the more that I've thought about it, people are pointing out stuff that just makes it so plainly obvious, right? They're like, oh, that's clearly Rashod Bateman's house in the background. We've seen that before. This is the same font that Rashod Bateman types with on social media. Like all these things that make this such damning evidence, right? Nitro, let's go to you first on this one. What do you think about this whole Rashod Bateman drama? And should the Ravens retain Rashod Bateman or should they move on from him? Is it time?
Bye. It's been bye. Is this not the same guy that's been outplayed by Tez and D-Hop?
Yep.
Both with less opportunities on the field than him?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he just get paid?
The first Ravens wide receiver to receive 2 contracts. Or it's 3 contracts. His rookie deal, the deal they screwed him on, and then this re-up after the end of last year. He's the first Ravens receiver to get like 3 contracts.
So I don't listen. I'm at this point where I was one of those people that believe that Bateman had so much just pure, unadulterated talent, but he has no dog in him. He wants more opportunities. I'm like, how much more opportunities do you want? More need? You don't make the most of the opportunities that you're already getting. They trusted you so much, they try to make you the number 1 receiver multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you out here complaining. How are you being a diva after the year you had, bruh? Like you out here acting like you Beyonce, you Patti LaBelle, Aretha. Get out of here, bro. No. Like we have to start drawing lines in the sand, my guy. We really do. You are a 6 foot, 4'3" wide receiver who is scared to go across the middle. You don't go after no jump balls, right? You don't fight for any positioning, right? None of those things. So, and you're not making any highlight catches. So, yeah, bye. They need to package him and Mark same time, buy one, get one, right? And send them over to the Giants. Straight up, BOGO deal.
Not the BOGO.
I'm dead serious with you. Bye. There's no excuses for his behavior. And we've always given him the benefit of the doubt because most of us like Bateman. But enough is enough. He needs to change the scenery. And that's fine. You got your money. I'm so happy that you did. Bye. And sing bye.
Yeah, as Modia says here with the 2-piece super chat donation, guys, sorry, I got to confess, it was me who hacked Bate. You know, that wouldn't surprise me, as Modius. That would not surprise me, not one bit. About Asmodeus. Appreciate you, brother, for the super chat donation as always. Coach, your thoughts on this whole Bateman dramedy? What's going on? What you thinking?
He agrees.
Rule number 1: do not be a distraction.
See,
You do not be a distraction, and you can't be a diva without numbers.
thank you.
I've never seen a diva receiver without numbers. You basically setting yourself up for your fashion line because you ain't earning. I mean, you ain't earning the money they're giving you no more. It's like you quit on routes. This was probably in a fit because maybe somebody got let go that you wanted around, and you did this. Then you come back with this lame, little letter that is really it's kind of stupid. It made no sense. Like I'm reading this, like, what the fuck are you talking about? You talking in circles, and then you say you agree with some of it. Well, when I read this, the reaction I had was, "Bitch, you wasn't hacked.
That was
It's
you.
you." So, I mean, that's really like reading that letter. I'm like, no, you playing games. You playing in people's face, and at this point, your production ain't. Let some new Tez play. Let I don't know what receivers we got left on. Let them cats play, man, because you playing with us, man.
Listen, real quick, right? No one was even mentioning him to make it worse. Everything that's been the Baltimore Ravens news has been either Harbaugh related, Bashadi related, EDC related, and of course, Lamar Jackson related. Nobody had you on the radar. Everybody else on the team, as you notice, has pretty much just been in the background. Can stay back there and chill. We don't even talk Tyler Luke, anybody, these guys, Roquan Smith. No one's talking about none of them.
All right.
Why would you put your name out there knowing that you've been playing like garbage? You like a model with no legs. You ever seen them? No. Because when you watch, they be walking the runway, right? And when the models walk the runway, they have to have pretty legs. It's like a model with no legs.
So what's the point, huh?
Like, what's the point?
Yeah. No, I feel you. And look, I saw somebody say in my chat earlier, I think it was the World Class. Shout out to him. He was saying that this is a Bateman truther channel, which largely it has been for the last 4 seasons. But like my guy DeWiz said, member of the channel, shout out to him. We got to call a spade, dog. We got to call a spade. And I think it's less of an indictment on Rashod Bateman, the player, and more of an indictment on the Ravens system. And also, I just think there's some incompatibility between him and Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
I've always thought this, Rashod Bateman, you got to think in Minnesota, he was a timing route, very on schedule receiver kind of guy. Lamar Jackson is not that kind of quarterback.
Right.
And I've been saying this all week. I think Rashod Bateman would honestly, just like being dead honest with you, probably work better with a quarterback who gets the ball out quick. Jared Goff, Tua Tagovailoa, Aaron Rodgers at his big age, all guys who get the ball out extremely fast. Rashod Bateman would benefit from playing with not a wide receiver, but a quarterback like that. I just don't think it really works too well with Lamar Jackson.
But
anyways, go ahead. Say again?
Like when you get the ball out fast, usually it's to guys, you get the ball into the playmaker's hand that can make a play. Meaning they're good with the ball in their hands. They're yak merchants, right?
Not necessarily.
Yes.
Not necessarily. They don't have to be yak guys. You can have possession guys.
You think he's a possession receiver too?
Huh?
I think he's a hybrid between those two. If you remember, Nitro, early in Rashod Bateman's career, he wasn't nothing but a chain mover, right? He would catch that football and he would get to the first down. I mean, sometimes he would even take it to the house. You remember that Dolphins game? Didn't happen too much, right? But I think he kind of exists right in between a possession guy, like Coach just said, and a yak guy. But the problem is, you can be a jack of all trades, but if you're a master of none, you kind of limit what you can do, your productivity in the offense, especially with the Lamar Jackson.
When I look at the possession receiver, usually they're big body guys that could get the ball regardless if you're strapped all over them, and you just get their hands on that ball and just bring it in. Move that chain, pick up that 5 yard, that 6 yard, like this every single time. I've never looked at Bateman like that. I looked at him more like a route guy. He could route up somebody with great routes, boom, boom, hit him with a double move, go over the top, ago, maybe just, one of those guys that are a master at route running, like a Stephon Diggs. You know what I'm saying? But Stephon Diggs, to me, when I used to compare Bateman, I used to say Bateman's a faster Stephon Diggs, but Stephon Diggs is stronger. He's more of a dog. You know what I mean? That
Oh
was
yeah.
that was always my thought on it.
I think we really just wasted Bateman's potential, because again, like I said, he was a chain moving sumbitch, right?
Mhm.
In his rookie season. And I think we just you could tell he had that dog mentality. He wanted to be the wide receiver one, but got injured a couple times, right? Kind of had
Mhm.
a rocky start to his career. Then we drafted other guys, we
I
had Zay
think I think
Flowers, of
I
course, we
think
had
that,
Hollywood. Yeah, go ahead.
contract that first contract screwed him. The
Got
day
him
he
comfortable.
was one day late for showing up for training camp, and it cost him a whole season. That's why the Ravens were able to give him that crappy contract, and he ain't been right since.
Um,
Because like you said, he came
Interesting.
in and had a decent first year, then foot injury 2 years in a row, and then his 4th year, he, was, like, late one day. I don't know if, like, his agent gave him some bad advice or whatever, but because he didn't report to camp on camp day, the Ravens were able to give him a crappy second contract.
Bro,
That paved the way for him to get the third, but after that, he been going downhill since then.
I think the Ravens have something to do with that, bro. I'm sorry, I really do. The way how the Ravens work with agents, how how they're always behind the scenes on certain things, they probably have something to do with that. I'm just being 100. They probably.
I wouldn't doubt it. 86 Ghost with the super chat donation here. Appreciate your brother. Says he listened to Aaliyah 4-page letter and got whole emotional. Damn, 86 Ghost. Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. Come on now. It's still big bait here we talking about. He
Coach,
just came off a 10 touchdown season just last year. Come on, put some respect on his name.
yeah,
We put some respect.
His best season was 45 receptions, 756 receiving yards on 16.8 yards a pop, and 9 touchdowns, which that's not a bad season at all. But
Also scored touchdowns in both playoff games.
Mhm.
That's by far his best season. That's more touchdowns than all the other seasons he's had put together.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate that 86 Ghost. BJ Black with the $2 super chat donation says Bate was arguing with himself and got mad. Yeah, they said it was his alter ego. It was his alter ego who posted who hacked him, right?
Bro, Ice wildin'. Coach, Ice
Crazy.
Yeah. Look, the chat, y'all wild. Y'all are wild.
Yo, who said that? Yo, who said that, bro? Yo, bro.
That was pretty good.
Yo.
86 Ghost said it.
Oh my
86 Ghosts.
Ghost.
Let me see. Am I missing it? Let me see. Pull it up.
Yo. Oh my gosh.
I don't even see it. Chat moving
He
crazy
said
right now.
a 4-page letter, and he got whole emotional.
Oh, yeah. That one. By the way, shout out to Steve Loop in the chat. What's going on, Mr. Loop? Appreciate you for coming through, man. Salute to you. Oh my gosh. All right. That's funny. All right, fellas, let's go ahead and get into our last topic. Last topic of the night. Again, appreciate y'all so much for coming on to this episode of Quiet Storm Sports. We've been having a great time, man. It doesn't even feel like we've been on for almost an hour to this point, but make sure y'all like the video if y'all enjoying the content. Subscribe to the channel as well if you've not done so already. And then please make sure that you go subscribe to both of these gentlemen's channel as well, Sip to Tally, and also Nitro at the WonderCon show as well. We appreciate y'all so much. All right, listen. Last one. This is some news that dropped, I think it was yesterday, and it got everybody's panties in a bunch just across the sports world in general. You had guys like Patrick Mahomes, LeBron James. You had all sorts of big prominent figures talking about this. And this is about Bill Bellicheck.
Yes.
Bill Bellicheck was in his first year of eligibility to enter the Pro Football Hall of Fame as a head coach. There's only one spot each year, by the way.
Mhm.
And the selection committee chose not to put Bill Belichick up there to win or to make it into the Hall of Fame as a first ballot candidate. I want to go to you on this, Coach, first, and then Nitro will go to you. What did you think when you saw that the Hall of Fame committee, the guys up in Canton, Ohio, said that Bill Belichick should not be a first ballot candidate Hall of Famer?
The first thing I thought of is how close knit those 32 owners are.
Nitro talked
You
about
piss
that.
one of them off, they gonna stand together. They gonna stand together because there's no way in the HE double hockey sticks that Belichick don't get that. All them Super Bowl championships in New England, all those great playoff runs. There's no way. I don't know of a better NFL coach than the dynasty that they had, in New England, and they did it, with a young Brady. As Brady evolved and got older, the defense got better. So he adapted with Brady. So that $1 billion boys club, they a strong knit, man. And you piss one of them off, they gonna stand together, and that's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I mean, we talk about that good old boys club, like I said, like what Nitro brought up at the beginning of the show. I think that totally has something to do with it. Number one, I think there's a couple of things, and Nitro, I'm gonna go real quick, and I'm gonna give you the floor. There's a couple of things. I think number one is the fact that there was some controversy around Bill Belichick led teams with, Spygate and Deflategate. And I know some of that stuff was debunked, but I've always been a believer of where there's smoke, there is fire, right? Or at least danger imminent. So it's just, I don't think that people took too kindly to that and they remembered that. Number two, I think after Brady left and we saw what a Bill Belichick led Patriots team had to offer after Brady left, which was basically nothing, that might have dinged him as well. And people might just say, oh, yeah, Tom Brady deserves all the credit, 90% of the credit for, those Super Bowls, even though that defense was top 5 damn near half the time. And that was because of Bill Belichick. Number 3, like you mentioned, like both of you guys have mentioned, it's a good old boys club, right? And I think that they look at a Bill Belichick and they say, okay, you won 8 Super Bowls in our game. And then you went to coach up college where you did next to nothing. You aren't really friendly. You're very smug in the face. You probably doesn't have a whole lot of friends in those circles, right? And oh yeah, by the way, he's dating a smoke show 26-year-old, young lady. And I think a lot of them look at that and they're like, who the fuck is you? You know what I'm saying? Like, who does he think he is? Right? So all those things combined is why I think they kind of dinged him for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? But Nitro, what do you think about all this? What do you make of it?
You want my honest opinion?
I do.
Is this thing on? Okay. So for all the people that are like twisted, like, oh my gosh, how could this happen? You're hypocrites. Hypocrites. And I say that from the heart. I really do. The reason why is because right is right, wrong is wrong. We've seen these voters screw over players and coaches for decades, right or wrong.
All right.
Brian Dawkins was screwed over. Terrell Owens was screwed over. Bill Parcells was screwed over. Not once, not twice, not even 3 times. And he's his progenitor. Came before it. That's who he worked for. He's under his tree. You understand me? So now,
breathe.
So now you got Mr. Billy B, Mr. BB, up for all the adulation. And they screw him over like they've done so many other players and coaches. And you want Nitro to jump on that bandwagon? You must be mud. No, not like we got to start. This has been my problem with the media, the voters, and everything. They are so smug in screwing people over, and they've allowed it. Now the biggest name in coaching, because he's the Phil Jackson of NFL coaches. That's what he is. And you pretty much with a smug look, you can't do nothing about it. They flexed on him.
Yep.
And now everybody, now you hurt. They've been showing you what they've been doing. They've been showing you what they're able to do. They've been showing that they're willing to do it, and you said nothing. You sat down there. Where was LeBron James when all those people was getting screwed? Where was all these other sportscasters? Because Bill Parcells is a little older. Bill Parcells didn't make the Hall of Fame until like 2013. So you explain it to me. Let's break it down. You see what I'm saying? That's a problem for me. So all these guys now are grandstanding, oh, poor BB. BB's fine. He got a young 26-year-old keep making sure he's fine. He's good. You understand
Yeah,
what I'm
he all
saying?
right.
He all
He
right.
good. Yeah.
You got to worry about BB.
He's straight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All them holy, what's it called? Sweaters he got. She's patching every single one of them. Patching
Knitting
all
them with
up.
love.
Hitting them with love. With love. Don't you know that old thing, love fixes everything? I need love. So he good. So I don't need to hear nothing. What I'm more interested to see, and Coach, I know you would agree on this. Tell me if I'm wrong. If the reason was the cheating that they said, they were holding him accountable for all the cheating. Because let's be real. Everybody knew when you played the Patriots, you couldn't have your playbook out. You had to make sure you had it on all the time. You had to make sure it was locked away. Your headsets weren't going to be working. The food, you had to be careful what you were eating. Everything. All those things that's factual. Will they do the same thing to Tom Brady?
Nope.
That's what you
I
have
don't
to
think they
ask
will.
yourself. Everyone's going to say, no, not Tommy B. He's the poster guy. We love him. He's so fly. He touches the sky. But if they're willing to screw over Billy B for that reason, to stay consistent, because remember, Tom Brady was over there deflating those balls.
Mm-hmm.
His hands was on those balls.
Yep.
His hands was on those balls. He knew that they weren't all the air was in those balls. Are they going to hold him to that same standard? This is my problem with the voters and the media. And the voters are the media. This is why I told you, Coach, when we were live on yours, I said, this is why I say when you hear them, how they talk about players and they do certain things, they try to come up with narratives, why I have a problem with it. Because at the end of the day, they write your story and they know it. You're retired. They'll be in those media passes till they're dead. That's real.
Yeah. I've always honestly had a problem, an issue with media members, entrusting media members to vote on these type of awards that really impact history. Because you do have biases and you do have a lot of people kissing the ring of owners around the league. You know what I mean? And nobody's bigger than the shield. And we've seen that. We've seen that on display time and time again, like Nitro just alluded to. But to answer your question, Nitro, do I think that they'll do that? Do I think that they will keep that same energy for Tom Brady when it is his time to get inducted into the Hall of Fame? I don't. I don't. I think that they saw the backlash that they were getting from this Bill Bellicheck thing, and they already pivoted. I don't know if you guys saw the latest news, but the Pro Football Hall of Fame, they put out a statement as of like maybe an hour ago, maybe right before we went on live here, basically saying like next year is going to be a different selection committee because some people didn't go by the bylaws of the selection process, right? I think they're talking to guys like a Bill Polian in that regard, and I don't know who they're going to have on that committee or who they're not going to have on that committee. But again, I think that they saw the backlash and they're going to pivot away from that, or at least they got to let things cool down a little bit first, you know. And I think Tom Brady, yeah, they'll probably pick it back up at some point, right? But I think Tom Brady is safe though. Coach, what think you?
If you're going to charge Bill with, if you're going to tarnish his record with the whatever the fake grading and the cameras and all that stuff, you got to do Tom the same way. Because basically, if they did it for Tom to have the answers to the test.
Yep.
So if you're going to do it for one, you got to do it for the other. There can't be this great New England Patriots dynasty if it's dirt on Bill's name and not dirt on Tom. They are synonymous.
They're one.
If you swing at one of them, you should hit both.
Me and you.
Yeah, I mean, I know one thing that Patriots Netflix documentary is gonna hit like crack in a couple years when it comes out. I know that much.
And we don't even know. There could be other stuff that comes out. What if this is another thing people aren't even putting in the understanding to it. What if they know other things that they've done that hasn't been reported? We know how there's certain truths that people know about that be like, we can't say nothing about it right now. That later on might come out down the road because they're not obligated or forced to say it. But what I have a question for you guys. If in that documentary, it came out that there was even worse things that they were doing, one or two things other, you're like, they were doing that too? Would you still feel the same way? Because for me, I'm going to be 100% with you. I would still put him first ballot. I do not believe whatever you do It's an accumulation of everything that you've done. There's no way on God's green earth that he should not be first ballot Hall of Famer. With that being said, would you still feel the same way you do now if there was more egregious things that came out later? Like the Lance Armstrong stuff.
Probably not, to be honest with you, because I mean, I reserve the right as, content creator, a take artist, whatever you want to call it, to when I'm presented with new information, I can change my stance, and what's done in the dark, if it hasn't come to light yet, I don't know about it. I can't really judge that. But if something were to come out, like you said, if in that Netflix documentary, it comes out that, they were cheating in this, that way, and the third way as well, then I say, okay, yeah, now I feel a little bit differently about it because it'll be fresh, it'll be new information. I mean, the what do you call it? The wounds and the scars from the Deflate Gate and the Spy Gate, those have healed up pretty nicely over the years, especially since Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, of course, they went Splitsville. We saw what Tom Brady, and that's another thing. It's undeniable for Tom Brady. You can't not have him as a first ballot Hall of Famer. And the reason being is because he left Belichick, went to Tampa, and won a Super Bowl in the first season.
Yep.
I mean, I think that's undeniable right there. I mean, just that alone, right, should get him in the Hall of Fame first ballot.
Stacked too, though. That team was stacked.
Like, you're talking about a 40-plus-year-old Brady who was doing the same things that he was doing for the past decade. I mean, we thought that he was just a system quarterback, right? I mean, he went to a whole nother team in first year.
But
he was the system, turned him up.
But they changed the system for him.
No. He was the system. He ain't no change. Look, we running this. He went in there telling them folks.
The first couple games, Bruce Arians was running his offense. It was getting Brady killed behind that line. He was taking hits, like how James used to take hits. And Tom
Brady took over.
And then Tom Brady said, look, man, 40-something years old, man. Can't be getting me hit like that. And then you saw other players joining on top of it. Gronk ended up joining. AB, Godwin, and Mike Evans on one squad for your receivers. Come on now, man. Yeah, go ahead. Tell me that. Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, and Godwin as your receiver.
It's all, every time you say AB, all I can think of him is leaving with his shirt.
I'm about to say, didn't he leave versus the Jets like halfway through the regular season, took his shirt off?
No good AB memories other than him leaving and kicking somebody in the chest. That's it.
Didn't he have 2 touchdowns or a touchdown and whatever in the Super Bowl?
God.
Who? AB?
That's all I remember.
Yeah, he had a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
I'd have to go back and look that up. I didn't think that he finished that season with the Bucks. I didn't think he did.
Yeah,
I thought he left the team like halfway through the season. I could be wrong. It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was the next season after he left.
Oh, really? Okay, I got you.
Yeah. He won the Super Bowl with them. Because remember, they were saying that there was because remember him and Giselle were looking at each other like this, and then there was reports, the gossip stuff that came out saying that him and Giselle had something behind the scenes.
They're fooling around.
Yeah, they're
Tom
fooling
Brady's
around.
house.
And then because remember, Tom made him stay with him.
Yeah.
That stuff. All the gossip circles were talking about that.
Yeah. But I mean, either way, just to put a bow on this topic here, Bill Belichick, pound for pound, does deserve to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. When you talk about a coach who has a Super Bowl ring for every day of the week, not a whole lot of guys can say that. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of what you think about him, the controversy and stuff like that, he had that team ready to play. And you don't see a lot of kind of like the, those teams were very, very steady, very, very solid. It wasn't a whole lot of up and down. It was very, very steady. You know what I mean? And that has to do with coaching, kind of keeping the ship steady and the water's not affecting the boat. You know what I mean? Like a lot of coaches around the league could not run a team like that for so long. And I think that with Bill Belichick doing that, and of course, like you mentioned, Coach, winning with Brady, a young Brady, winning with a middle-aged Brady, or whatever you would call it, and even with an older Brady. His last Super Bowl with Brady was against the Rams in 2018, I want to say.
I think so.
Yeah, and even in that game, Bill Belichick's defense shut the Rams down. Right, shut them down. That was a very kind of boring game, anticlimactic game, because Bill Belichick's defense pretty much pitched a shutout against Sean McVay.
They had coach's guy on there too. You didn't know that coach's guy was on that Rams team. You know what I'm talking about, Coach?
Who, Kirk?
No, the running back.
Oh, Gurley.
Oh,
Yeah,
Todd
yeah.
Gurley.
Come on now, like you don't know. Coach, don't hide your face now, Coach.
That's my guy, man. That's my dude, man.
I know it's your guy. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Your
my
guy.
dude.
You know what you do. Come on now.
Dude, Todd Gurley used to be a fantasy problem.
What?
Fantasy football problem, man. I tell you, for a couple good seasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and leave that there, and thus this episode of Quiet Storm Sports. It has been an amazing episode, an amazing hour and 14 minutes and 41 seconds that we've been live delivering this show to you guys. Again, I want to give a big shout out to Coach. Also want to give a big shout out to Nitro for coming through. Let's clap it up for them. W's in the chat for Nitro and Coach. Appreciate y'all, gentlemen. Again, as I've been saying throughout the episode, please, if you have not already, go subscribe to Nitro WonderCon Show and then also Sip to Tally Films as well. Their @handles are both in the YouTube description or the YouTube title rather. And if you're watching on X, which I know a lot of you guys are watching on X right now. Hello, shout out to you. These two gentlemen are actually both personally mentioned in the X post, so you can actually go right to their page, give them a follow on Twitter as well. They're always putting out good content across platforms, so it's important that you follow them everywhere, right? Again, we appreciate you guys for coming out. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel as well. And Nitro, anywhere else we can find you? What do you got coming up soon? Like, let us know.
Oh, you can find me on the Wonderkin Show, Wonderkin Morning Show, every morning, Monday through Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. On Mondays, you can catch me on More Sip to Tally as me and Coach fuse to become Tally or Cotro or Siptro. We're still working on the names. We're working on the names, but we come together as one.
Siptro.
Yeah, Siptro. I like Siptro. All right, Siptro, right? And we try to put on a great show for you guys. So you can catch me on there. Those are the places. TikTok, even though it's down now, and Twitter. Yeah, that's where you catch me.
Yes, sir. And Coach, where can we find you? I mean, you're no stranger to the show, so I'm sure we already all here know, but where can we find you? What do you got working on? What's good, man? Let us know.
On Twitter/X, it's Coach Evans9, and on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, it is Sip to Tally, and also More Sip to Tally as well. Draft season is upon us, so working on trenches. Try to get y'all guys some to learn about some of these big boys. Maybe they come to the Ravens, maybe they don't.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Heard it here first, folks. Torres says here in the chat, Thursday sippers, ?
Possibly.
Got some
topics.
Okay. All right. Looks like my screen just froze. That's okay. We're going to get out of here in a second. Sudden Reacts tomorrow. Yes, there will be Sudden Reacts tomorrow. Before we get out of here, though, Nitro, you got something to say?
This will be an everlasting love.
This will be, yes, sir. This will be the end of the show. We appreciate y'all again for coming through. We're going to catch y'all on the next episode of Quiet Storm Sports. Always remember, stay positive, test negative, and never, ever forget, even on the rainiest of days, to call God. Another episode of Quiet Storm Sports. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.